Hi, my name is Jeff. Today we're going to talk about a little bit about the difference between SurveyMonkey and Microsoft Office Forms. We're going to try to present this in a non-biased opinion of which tool would be better to collect data within your environment, especially if you want to run analytics or advanced reporting, things of that nature. So stay tuned. We're going to jump right to it. So here on the screen, we have SurveyMonkey, and we're going to use that as our example point to forms. This is the final product, car evaluation, and with these selections. And then this example here is the Microsoft example using Microsoft Forms, and there's what that looks like. Okay, so both of them kind of the same. This happens to be the mobile view on the Microsoft Forms environment. And the mobile view, I believe here looks the same, but I can't preview it. So you'll have to take a look there. So let's start at the end to see the results first. And then we can kind of see where the value is for us and kind of make some of those decisions. So here we look at the results themselves. SurveyMonkey does give you question summaries, trending, things of that nature. Very simple graphics, not a lot of what I would call analytics per se. Here we can look at the question summaries, for example. This is again all on SurveyMonkey, and it'll come up here in just a moment. You can see here, pretty simple bar chart, outputs, pretty simple stuff. The one thing to notice here is you cannot export this without upgrading, and their upgrade, I believe, is about $25 a user. You can go over to the plans. Here it is, yeah. So $25 a user, and then if you look down on here, you can do all data exports at that point, okay? So there's a cost, obviously, for team. If you want to do team, starts at $3, and then you have the individual plans, which start about $40 a month, okay? So that'll enable you to do the exports and to be analyzing the data in this format, and this is what it gives to you. At the end of the day, the format really needs to go out to Excel or CSV if your environment has a lot of Excel users or they're comfortable with using the Microsoft products. Let's go ahead and take Shift here and take a look at Microsoft Forms. Microsoft Forms here, this is the response data. You can you log in, of course. It shows very similar, right? Here you select, here's the pie chart for the vehicle, here's a bar chart for the price, and then this one had two more. It had details on URL, and when you click in there, it's going to go ahead and pull up that URL data as well. And we'll pull it up. Here we go, right here. And then this is more details on that. So pretty simple. The one thing that this does provide for you is it allows you to open in Excel. And when you select opening in Excel, here, for example, is the example of the Excel. Here you can see the average. You can take and then bar chart this and you really have a lot of freedom to do whatever you want at this point with this data, right? You can change it to any format, and a lot of users are comfortable with Excel, so this becomes an easy thing for them to do. So let's go ahead and move off there. So that's kind of, we started at the end and went forward, but let's go ahead and take a look at the user interface when it comes to creating and designing the survey itself. So let's go ahead and just go in here where it says Design Survey on SurveyMonkey. And here, it's a pretty standard process, right? You have here you can edit, add your logic. You can add new questions here. So let's just say a URL. It'll go out and predict what it is, single text box, that's great. And then you can hit save. You can also click here on options, require an option, require an answer, excuse me, things of that nature. Enable the A/B test or random assignment. You cannot do that without the updated version, right? The paid version, okay? But pretty simple. The interface to me here on this is functional. It's a little dated. It is a little dated, but lots of good stuff there, okay? So that's the interface there for creating questions. Let's look at the one for Microsoft Forms. Here, let's go ahead and just go into questions. And we can just add new here. There's also a question wizard that you can put in, but usually I just click on the question, whatever the type of question is that I want. You can click here, add new, pick date, rating, etc., and put it in. So let's just say a Likert score, so sample, and then you can just put in whatever those are, an option. You can add a statement as well. Now, and then that's it. And then you just go on to the next question. When you hit preview, now that Likert table is right here at the bottom where you can select different things. Okay, pretty simple, easy, straightforward. Now, another thing that you can do, and I believe it's only available in the paid version of SurveyMonkey. But here, within the Forms version, you can create and add logic to it. So here, you could say add branching, for example. So if you're collecting data from someone and you want to kind of guide their experience, you would add branching to say, hey, what happens when I go next from here? Well, I want to go to sample, or whatever you want to do, right? Very simple to add the branching. When it comes to SurveyMonkey, I do believe you can do that. Page, let me see here, page logic, page skip logic. Yeah, it's an upgrade. I don't think you can do it. You can't do it without paying this additional feature for logic. The nice thing about this logic is, let's see here, preview, for example. One of the nice things, oh, and we didn't save it, so let's go back. One of the nice things about the logic here, let's say price, for example, and we want to add some logic. So we're going to go down here and we're going to say add branching, and we're going to say price. If you hit 20,000, it's going to automatically go to number 4. And if you hit 30,000, it's going to go to number 3. So let's just remember that, 4 and 3. And we're going to go ahead and save that change. We're going to go back, and then we're going to preview that. We're going to start, and we're going to say pricing. We're going to hit 20,000. And notice here that it automatically, although it's numbered 3, but it went to the 4th option, which is this statements, right? The Likert table. The benefit of that is that, notice here, we skip this. The nice thing about that is you can make the survey pretty quick and adjust it for your user's input. So they're not spending an hour on the form. If they answer a specific way, you can build automatic logic into that. So it's pretty easy to do. As you can see, it's very simple. So those are the differences kind of, and here's what the Likert table would look like, right? You'll be able to map that out and then do the analysis. Again, you would dump that for deeper analysis. You could dump it into here. It comes out as a formatted table, which is nice because this is an automatic feed into Power BI as well as into Power Apps. So you could use this feed automatically using Power Automate. You can dump the data automatically from the form and then feed it, use it as a feeder into Power BI and Power Automate. So it's very, very powerful as far as extensibility. So that's really it from the two types of formats that you can use. You can have the format here within Microsoft Office Forms, or you can use the power within SurveyMonkey as well to accomplish similar but more restricted options there.